Hey, welcome back. It's 6:15 this morning. Now, you may be familiar with the Dred Scott case and St. Louis's role in shaping civil rights. But did you know St. Louis was a hub for thousands of lawsuits just like his? Our Ryan Henson shows you the journey that many slaves took to get their freedom and how it'll soon be honored.
In the basement of the St. Louis Civil Courthouse, a discovery of historic importance.
They found these court records of these freedom suits, as they call them, in the storage areas for the city circuit courthouse.
The 200-year-old files were discovered 20 years ago.
People who were enslaved would actually go to court to sue for their civil right to freedom.
And back in the early and mid-1800s, freedom suits were a legitimately legal opportunity for slaves to gain their freedom.
These were essentially some of America's very first civil rights lawsuits.
With slavery to the south and freedom to the north, St. Louis was at a crossroads. Most slaves who filed freedom suits actually lived here in the region, where some blacks were free.
They see that freedom around them. They kind of feel what it's like. It's not freedom, but they actually can carry about their business.
After decades of research and the help of attorney Paul Venker, Mason is leading the charge to build a statue honoring these landmark decisions. Dred Scott's was the most famous freedom suit, filed in 1857. The U.S. Supreme Court ultimately ruled that slaves who resided in a free state were not free and that blacks could never be U.S. citizens.
Dooming all black people in America to second-class slave status, literally arguing that slavery was a good thing for us.
About 350 cases filed, only 130 or so were actually won.
Slave masters would often respond with brutality,
even relocating to harsh plantations down south.
The threat of being sold down the river, well, that's where the saying came from.
Now the work to honor these cases will soon become a permanent reminder of the sacrifices made by many.
Well, this is a statue to the right side of history in that period, the right side of discussing the courageousness and bravery of those who went to court, the honor of the judges who made sure that those lawsuits were effectively carried through, and the lawyers who had the integrity to represent these individuals.
When the statue's finished this summer, it will stand tall on the east side of the Civil Courthouse downtown. Ryan Henson, 5 on your side.
The statue will be unveiled on June 20th, Juneteenth weekend.